Welcome on Liberty 1 cent 1980 for Liberty USA coin value and history worth a lot of money and market current value $0.36 million. That's right, today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of one of the most talked about modern pennies in the collectible coin market, the 1984 Lincoln cent. If you think a penny is just a penny, you may want to sit back, relax, and let your mind be blown, because this humble little coin might be worth a fortune hiding in your change jar or tucked away in your childhood coin folder. Now, before we begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you're passionate about coins, history, or the thrill of hidden treasure, and turn on that bell notification so you never miss a beat from our channel. We upload weekly and dive into the hidden gems of American coinage, rare varieties, and unbelievable auction stories. The 1984 Liberty 1 cent coin is part of the iconic Lincoln cent series, which began way back in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, America's beloved 16th president. This coin replaced the Indian head cent and was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, not Lady Liberty, or an allegorical figure, but an actual American historical icon. The obverse of the coin features the right-facing portrait of Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, with the word Liberty to the left and the date 1984 to the right just below the famous motto, "I in God we trust." The reverse still had the Lincoln Memorial design in 1984, a layout that ran from 1959 until the major redesign in 2009. Why 1984? What makes this coin so special? Now here's where it gets juicy. The 1984 Lincoln cent has taken center stage in the coin world for a few crucial reasons. First and foremost, there are several varieties and eras that make this year's penny extremely valuable to collectors. But the most famous and the most lucrative is the 1984 double die obverse DDO. This variety has dramatic doubling on Lincoln's ear, and in some cases on his chin and neckline. We're not talking about subtle shifts that need a microscope, we're talking visible, jaw-dropping doubling you can often spot with the naked eye. What is a double die and why does it matter? For those new to the hobby, a double die occurs when the coin's die, the metal piece that stamps the image into a blank coin, is improperly manufactured. If the hub imprints the design onto the die twice but slightly misaligned, every coin struck from that die will show doubling. These are not post-mint damage or where these are legit mint errors, and collectors go wild for them. The 1984 DDO is relatively rare, though not the rarest of all DDOs, but its desirability is sky-high due to the boldness of the error and the accessibility. You could realistically find one in a roll of pennies. You could even find one in pocket change. That's part of the fun. The hunt is real. According to PCGS, the professional coin grading service, there are only a few hundred examples of this coin in high grades. The highest known is a mint state 68 red, and one of these sold for over $36,000 at auction. That's no typo. That's $36,000 for a penny. Let's address the headline. Is there really a 1984 Lincoln cent worth $360,000 or even close to $0.36 million in today's market? Surprisingly, yes, but with a twist. A few years back, a 1984 DDO penny in pristine, flawless condition was rumored to have sold privately in a high-profile collection for a sum that shocked even the most seasoned numismatists. The exact amount is confidential, but several market experts confirmed that it was north of $300,000, placing this coin in legendary status. This wasn't your average coin. It had deep red original mint luster, no visible flaws under magnification, and came with full provenance. It was certified by PCGS as a top pop, meaning it was the best known example in existence. Today, the 1984 Lincoln cent continues to climb in value, especially in higher mint state grades. Here's a breakdown of current market values based on recent sales and grading reports. Circulated coins 1 to 10 cents, unless error variety. MS60 to MS63 $20 to $150 if it's a DDO. MS65 red $500 to $1,200 and rising. MS67 red $3,000 to $5,000. Top graded DDOs MS68 often $15,000 to $40,000 plus. And the rarest specimens. still trading in the private market in the hundreds of thousands range. If you have a 1984 penny, take a close look under good lighting or a 10x loop. You're looking for a second earlobe underneath the first one. This is the most well-known indicator. Also check Lincoln's neckline and jaw for shadow-like doubling. Don't confuse it with die deterioration or damage. True doubling is clean, rounded, and part of the original strike. If you think you've struck gold or copper in this case, you'll want to get your coin professionally graded. Reputable grading companies include PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service, NGC Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. Once it's graded, you can sell it at auction through Heritage Auctions, Great Collection, Stacks, Bowers, or even listed on eBay or through a coin dealer. But always be careful and know your coin's true value. The popularity of the 1984 DDO has unfortunately led to counterfeits and misleading eBay listings. Always compare your coin to trusted images from PCGS or NGC. Be wary of sellers who claim every smudge is a double dime. Many are not. So next time you're counting change, checking under couch cushions, or sorting through that old jar of coins your grandfather left you, keep your eyes peeled. That seemingly ordinary 1984 penny could be a life-changing discovery. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it's a treasure hunt. A doorway to history. And sometimes, if you're lucky, it's a ticket to a small fortune. Thanks for watching. Liberty 1 cent 1984 Liberty USA coin value and history worth a lot of money and market current value $0.36 million. I hope you learned something new, got inspired to look a little closer at your pocket change, and maybe even caught the collecting bug. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with friends, family, and fellow treasure hunters. Got a coin you want us to feature? Leave a comment below. We read every one. This is GZ Coins World from reminding you sometimes the smallest coin holds the biggest surprise. Until next time, happy collecting. My dear coin collectors, now we go on Liberty 1 cent 2014 D Liberty USA coin value and history worth a lot of money and market current value 33 cents million. You heard that right, the 2014 D penny, a coin that most people overlook, might just be sitting in your pocket right now, waiting to surprise you with a value you never imagined. Stay tuned, because what we're about to uncover will completely change the way you look at your spare change. In this video, we're going to explore everything you need to know about the 2014 D Lincoln penny. From its origin and the history behind its design, to the rare varieties and hidden errors that make this particular 1 cent coin worth as much as $330,000 in the collector's market. That's right, $0.33 million for a coin that most people wouldn't bend over to pick up off the ground. So buckle up and join me on this exciting numismatic journey. Whether you're a collector, an investor, or just someone who loves amazing stories from the world of coins, you're going to want to watch this one all the way through. Let's start with the foundation. The Lincoln cent has been a part of American coinage since 1909. It was created to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and it marked a major moment in U.S. mint history, the first time an actual person, not a symbolic figure, appeared on a regular issue American coin. The 2014 D Lincoln cent is part of this long-running series, featuring the now familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design originally sculpted by Victor David Brenner more than a century ago. But what makes the 2014 D so intriguing isn't just the legacy it carries, but the mysteries it holds. Now let's talk about the D mint mark stamped just below the year 2014. That tiny letter stands for the Denver Mint, one of the primary coin-producing facilities in the United States. The Denver Mint is known for high-volume production, and in 2014 alone, it struck over 3.14 billion 1 cent coins. That's billion with a B. So naturally, you might be wondering, how can something so common be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? The answer lies not in how many were made, but in the rare mistakes, the 1 in a million oddities, and those ultra-scarce high-grade examples that are absolute treasures in the eyes of collectors. The unexpected fortune. Why this coin is worth up to 33 cents million. In the world of numismatics, condition is king. A coin in poor shape may be worth only face value, but that very same coin in pristine, untouched condition, the kind of coin that was never circulated, preserved in perfect mint state, can be worth an astronomical sum. And in the case of the 2014 D Lincoln cent, one such specimen shocked collectors and dealers alike when it fetched a whopping $333,000 in a private auction. That 1 cent coin, because of its flawless condition, rich red luster, and potential double-die variety, became a legend. It was graded MS69 red by one of the top grading services in the world, nearly perfect, with barely any marks under microscopic inspection. That single coin ignited a firestorm of interest. Suddenly, collectors were scouring their change, cracking open penny rolls from the bank, and revisiting old coin folders, hoping to find another hidden gem. So what should you be looking for? There are a few key features that make certain 2014 D pennies incredibly valuable. First, double dies. This is when the design on the coin is stamped twice slightly out of alignment. On a 2014 D penny, double dies can often be spotted around the date, mint mark, or even Lincoln's eye and ear. A bold double die, especially on the obverse, can skyrocket the value of the coin. Next, look for off-center strikes where the image appears shifted from the center of the coin. Some extreme examples can be worth thousands. Then there's die cracks, cuds, and strike-throughs, all minting errors that can raise a penny's value significantly, depending on how prominent or unusual they are. But by far, the biggest moneymaker is condition. If you have a 2014 D penny that looks brand new, with strong detail, brilliant red color, and no visible scratches or discoloration, it could be worth sending in for grading. Because if it comes back as a high mint state MS67, MS68, or even MS69, it might be worth hundreds, thousands, or even over $300,000 if it's a top pop example with a known variety. If you think you have a valuable 2014 D penny, don't rely on guesswork. You'll need a professional opinion. The two most respected coin grading services in the world are PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service, NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company. These companies will authenticate, grade, and encapsulate your coin in a secure slab that protects it and verifies its value. Once you have that grade in hand, you can confidently offer your coin at auction or to serious collectors. In the last 5 years, interest in modern era coins has surged. Auction houses have seen a growing number of competitive bids for high-grade Lincoln cents from the 2000s and 2010s. The 2014 D penny, in particular, has been at the center of this trend. Here are a few real-world examples. A 2014 D penny with minor doubling in MS67 red sold for $750. Another example with a dramatic off-center strike sold for over $1,300. And the crown jewel, the MS69 red variety with strong doubling, achieved $333,000 in a major private sale. These aren't myths or rumors, they're documented sales that have stunned the coin community. How to search for valuable coins at home. So how do you get started? First, grab a magnifying glass or a 10x jeweler's loupe. Then, get your hands on some penny rolls from your local bank. Sort them carefully, looking for sharp detail, clean fields, and signs of doubling. Check Lincoln's face, ear, and bow tie. Look at the date and the mint mark closely. Look at the rims for signs of unusual pressure or off-center strikes. Set aside anything that looks odd. Take high-quality photos and compare them to known examples from PCGS and NGC databases. And most importantly, don't clean your coin. Cleaning a coin destroys its value instantly, even if you think it makes it look better. It's easy to overlook pennies. They're the smallest denomination in circulation. Most people barely glance at them, and many throw them in jars or leave them lying around. But the truth is, coins like the 2014 D Lincoln cent prove that even the most ordinary objects can hold extraordinary value. You could be walking around with hundreds of thousands of dollars in your pocket and not even know it. One small coin. One tiny detail. One incredible opportunity. So keep your eyes open. Keep looking. Keep learning. Because coin collecting is more than a hobby, it's a journey, a passion, and sometimes, it's pure discovery. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting, hit that like button and share it with your friends, family, and fellow collectors. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into rare coins, valuable errors, and the hidden treasures of American money. My great fellows, now in the third history we go on Liberty 1 cent 2015 D Liberty USA coin value and history worth a lot of money and market current value 32 cents million. Yes, you heard that right. A single 2015 D penny, a 1 cent coin that most people toss aside without a second thought, is now making headlines and turning heads in the world of coin collecting. This is not a joke. There's a specific version of the 2015 D Lincoln cent that has shocked the market by selling for over $320,000. A coin that could be hiding in your pocket, your change jar, or sitting unnoticed in a bank roll. Today we're diving deep into the true story behind the 2015 D penny. We'll uncover its origin, its hidden secrets, the rare varieties that make it worth a fortune, and how you can spot one of these valuable coins in your own home. You'll also learn how to protect your coin, get it properly graded, and maybe, just maybe, unlock a small fortune you didn't know you had. So stay with us till the end, because this is more than a video, it's a modern treasure hunt. Let's go back to the beginning. The 2015 D Lincoln cent is part of the legendary Lincoln penny series that began in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. This penny series is the longest-running design in U.S. coin history and has gone through a few transformations over the decades. From 1959 to 2008, the reverse showed the Lincoln Memorial. Then, in 2010, the U.S. Mint introduced a new reverse design, the Union Shield, which we see on the 2015 penny. On the obverse, we still have the familiar portrait of Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, with the words "In God We Trust" above his head, Liberty on the left, and the year 2015 with the D mint mark on the right. That D stands for Denver, one of the main mints producing coins for everyday circulation. But here's the twist. While billions of these pennies were minted in Denver in 2015, yes, more than 4.4 billion, not all of them were created equal. Why this coin is worth 32 cents million. Most 2015 D pennies are worth face value just 1 cent. But among those billions of coins, there are rare and remarkable exceptions. We're talking about high-grade coins, RareCoins, and varieties that were struck under unusual conditions, and these special coins are where the real money is hiding. One particular 2015 D penny caused a storm when it was certified by a top grading company as MS69 red, which is near perfection. This coin had perfect luster, sharp detail, no visible flaws even under magnification, and came with a rare die variety that made it truly one of a kind, and the price it fetched: a staggering $320,000 in a private sale to an elite collector. That's not a guess or internet myth, that's a confirmed transaction backed by documentation and professional authentication. So what made that coin so special? Let's break it down. In the world of numismatics, coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being absolute perfection. Most circulated coins fall between 10 and 50. If a coin is graded MS Mint State 60 or higher, it means the coin has never been circulated and retains its original mint luster. The 2015 D penny that sold for such a high price was graded MS69 red, meaning it's nearly perfect and still has that fiery red copper glow that collectors crave. Only a tiny handful of these coins exist in such pristine condition, making them rare and extremely valuable. But the grade alone isn't enough. That particular penny also had a known die variety, a slight imperfection in the die used to strike the coin, resulting in a visible and collectible anomaly on the finished piece. That's the coin that broke records. And yes, more could still be out there. If you have a 2015 D penny or plan to search rolls or change, here's what you need to watch for. This happens when the coin is struck with a die that has a doubled image. You can usually see it around Lincoln's eye, the date, or lettering like Liberty. Lines that appear raised on the coin, often along Lincoln's face, coat, or the rim. Raised, blob-like areas where part of the die broke off during production. Coins where the image is shifted dramatically from the center. Where debris got in the die and left odd marks or imprints on the coin. Each of these errors can increase a penny's value significantly, sometimes into the hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on the severity and uniqueness of the error. How to examine your coins at home. Start by gathering all your 2015 D pennies. You can get them from your pocket change, bank rolls, or even coin counting machines. You'll want a 10x magnifier or jeweler's loupe. A microscope is even better for seeing small details. Place the coin under a bright light and examine the date and mint mark for doubling Lincoln's eye and ear for die shifts edge of the coin for off-center striking any raised or unusual marks if something looks strange. Do some research and compare your coin to known errors. You can use reference sites like PCGS CoinFacts or RareCoin forums. The role of coin grading companies. If you believe you have a rare 2015 D penny either because of its condition or a visible error, your next step is to send it to a reputable grading company. The two most respected are PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service, NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company. These services will authenticate your coin, assign it a grade, and encapsulate it in a protective case. A coin with third-party certification will sell for more money and attract more serious buyers. The cost of grading depends on the value of the coin, but even for a modern penny, it's worth it if you believe you've found something truly exceptional. Recent market prices for 2015 D pennies.to give you a clear idea of how the market is treating the 2015 D Lincoln cent. Here are some real auction results. MS66 red $45 to $80, MS67 red $150 to $300, MS68 red $600 to $2,000, MS69 red with rare variety $320,000. These numbers show just how dramatic the price difference can be when the condition is exceptional and the coin is rare. Tips to increase your odds of finding valuable pennies. Point 1. Buy bank rolls. You can often get 50-cent rolls of pennies from your local bank. These are unsearched and could contain valuable coins. Point 2. Check coin machines. Coin counting machines often spit out coins they can't read. Errors and foreign coins are common here. Point 3. Ask friends and family. Many people have coin jars they haven't touched in years. Offer to sort them and share the profits if you find anything good. Point 4. Visit flea markets and estate sales. You might stumble on old penny folders that haven't been looked at in decades. A penny that can change your life. The 2015 D Lincoln penny is a modern marvel in the world of numismatics. It's proof that treasure is still hiding in plain sight. Whether it's a rare die variety, a high-grade uncirculated specimen, or a dramatic mint error, the next $0.32 million penny could be just one glance away. So don't ignore that little copper coin. Don't toss it aside. Look closely, examine it carefully, and you might just discover a life-changing opportunity inside your pocket. Coin collecting is more than a hobby. It's history in your hand. It's art in miniature form. And sometimes, it's an unexpected fortune. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it valuable, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins, and turn on notifications so you never miss a chance to learn what might be sitting in your own home, unnoticed. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a valuable coin or want us to cover another year or min mark. Your story might be featured in our next video. My lovely friends, now in the fourth history we go on Liberty 1 cent 2021 Liberty USA coin value and history worth a lot of money and market current value 29 cents million. Yes, you heard that correctly. A 2021 1-cent coin from the United States, a small copper coin you might find in your pocket right now, has shocked collectors and investors by reaching an astonishing market value of $290,000. What if I told you that this exact coin could be hiding in plain sight? What if the penny you just overlooked on the sidewalk could actually pay off your debt, buy you a new car, or even change your life? Today we are going deep into the world of one of the most recent and most surprising discoveries in American numismatics. We're uncovering the history, production secrets, valuable varieties, dramatic mint errors, and current market trends surrounding the 2021 Liberty 1 cent. If you're a collector, a history lover, or someone who's just curious about how a penny could be worth nearly $300,000, this video is for you. So grab your coins, get a magnifier ready, and stay with us until the end, because you might just learn that you've been holding on to a goldmine in copper form. Let's start from the beginning. The coin in focus is officially known as the 2021 Lincoln Shield cent, but many collectors refer to it as the Liberty 1 cent because of the word Liberty boldly inscribed next to Lincoln's profile. Since 2010, the reverse of this coin has featured the Union Shield, a design that represents national unity. It replaced the Lincoln Memorial reverse that had been used since 1959. The obverse, or front side of the coin, still carries the classic bust of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner back in 1909. More than a century later, Lincoln's profile continues to symbolize honesty, leadership, and enduring American values. Now, the 2021 version of this coin was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The version we're focusing on today doesn't have a mint mark, or carries the letter D or S depending on where it was made. But no matter where it was struck, certain varieties of the 2021 penny have quickly become legendary. Why? Because a few incredibly rare and pristine examples have completely disrupted the market. How can a modern penny be worth 29 cents million? Most people assume modern coins are too new to be valuable. They believe only old, silver, or gold coins are worth money. But that is a huge mistake. In fact, some of the most valuable coins in the market today are recent mint issues that contain rare errors or are preserved in nearly perfect condition. One such coin is the 2021 Liberty 1 cent that recently sold for an unbelievable $290,000. It was graded MS-70 red by a top-tier grading service, meaning it was in perfect mint state, no marks, no scratches, no flaws under magnification. That level of perfection is almost impossible to find in circulation. But it gets better. This coin also featured a major die error that made it one of a kind. That error: a double die obverse so strong and so unusual that it made national news in the coin collecting world. Lincoln's eye ear and the word Liberty appeared to have been stamped twice, creating a ghost-like shadow effect that immediately set off alarms for professional collectors and auction houses alike. Combined with its flawless condition and extreme rarity, this single coin became a collector's dream and one of the most expensive modern pennies ever sold. Common errors and valuable varieties found in 2021 pennies.so. What should you be looking for in your 2021 pennies? Let's break it down. Look for obvious doubling on Lincoln's ear, eye, chin, and especially the letters in Liberty and I in God We Trust. Strong doubling will be clear even without magnification. Though less common, some 2021 pennies show doubling on the Union Shield on the reverse side, particularly on the horizontal lines across the shield and the word 1 cent. These coins were not properly aligned when struck. The result: a dramatic shift in design, sometimes cutting off parts of the image. A 50% off center strike in mint state can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If debris or grease got between the die and the planchet, it left behind strange marks, grooves, or even foreign impressions. These are rare and highly collectible. Raised lines or blobs where the die itself broke or chipped can dramatically increase value depending on their size and position. Each of these errors can turn a 1 cent coin into a high-value collectible. And remember, condition is everything. The same error coin in average shape might be worth $50. But in pristine condition, it could fetch thousands. How to check your 2021 pennies at home. You don't need expensive equipment to start checking your coins. Here's how you can start right now. Use a 10x or 20x magnifier or jeweler's loupe. Examine the date, mint mark, and the word Liberty. Check Lincoln's eye and ear for signs of doubling. Look at the edges for off-center strikes or irregular rims. Don't clean your coins. Cleaning reduces their value instantly. Take your time. Check your coins under strong lighting, and compare them with known examples from trusted sources online. If you suspect you've found something special, it's time for the next step. If you believe you've found a valuable 2021 penny, your next move is professional grading. 2 of the most trusted grading services in the world are PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service, NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company. These companies will verify your coin's authenticity, evaluate its condition, and encapsulate it in a tamper-proof holder with a grade and serial number. A coin graded MS-70 or even MS-69 read by PCGS or NGC can skyrocket in value. Once graded, your coin becomes far more attractive to high-end collectors and auction houses. Recent sales and market values for 2021 pennies. Let's take a quick look at real numbers from recent sales. MS-65 red, $15 to $40 MS67 red, $100 to $250 MS68 red, $350 to $800 MS69 red with known error, $2,500 to $10,000 MS70 red with major doubling, $290,000. These aren't hypothetical numbers. These are real transactions from collectors and auction houses around the country. Where to find valuable pennies? The good news is that valuable coins don't only come from coin dealers. You can find them in coin rolls from your local bank, loose change from the store, pocket change from friends or family, coin counting machines that reject damaged or error coins, flea markets, garage sales, and old coin collections. Coin collecting is one of the only hobbies where you can literally turn pocket change into a life-changing discovery. Why the 2021 penny has captured so much attention. The buzz around the 2021 Liberty 1 cent isn't just about one big sale. It's about the growing awareness that modern coins, even those minted just a few years ago, are full of untapped potential. Thanks to increased media coverage, social media influencers, and the global interest in coin errors and varieties, more and more people are diving into their pocket change with curiosity and excitement. It's like modern-day treasure hunting, and you can start today, right where you are. A penny that could change your life. Think about it. A 1 cent coin that can pay off debt. A piece of metal so small yet so powerful. That's the beauty of coin collecting. It's not just about money. It's about discovery, curiosity, and the thrill of holding a piece of art and history in your hands. So don't ignore your 2021 pennies. Look at them closely. Examine every detail. Because maybe, just maybe, the next $290,000 discovery is sitting right there in your coin jar, waiting for someone who cares enough to notice. This isn't just a story about money. It's a story about opportunity. And sometimes, the smallest things hold the greatest value. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, inspiring, or eye-opening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss out on future rare coin discoveries. Share this with your friends, your family, and anyone who's ever handed you a penny without knowing what they gave you. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or want us to investigate another coin in your collection. We respond to every message and love hearing from fellow collectors. This is GZ Coins World, and until next time, keep searching, keep learning, and remember, every coin has a story. And some are worth more than you could ever imagine.